Bro, listen to me for a second. And I mean, actually listen. Not just let this play in the background while you're scrolling something else. If you clicked on this video, there's a reason. You know you've been coasting. You know you've been telling yourself, one day I'm gonna fix everything. I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna change. And then you let another day pass. And another. And now here you are. Same room, same problems, same excuses. I've been there. I know exactly how it feels to wake up every day with this weird mix of frustration and guilt. You want to change. You want to finally start becoming the person you imagine in your head. But it's like you're stuck in glue. You can see the version of yourself you want to be, but it's on the other side of a wall you don't even know how to break. Here's the thing that hits hardest. While you're stuck, other people are moving. People you know. People you used to be on the same level with. And while you've been standing still, they've been leveling up, physically, mentally, financially. They're building skills, connections, momentum. And the longer you wait, the further ahead they get. Until one day, you're not even in the same category anymore. You're just watching from the outside. That's why I'm telling you this. You've got 100 days starting now to rewrite your story. Not one day, not next Monday, not when school starts, nor right now. 100 days to build the kind of discipline, the kind of mindset, the kind of results that make you unrecognizable to the people who thought they knew you. And I'm not talking about some weak new year, new me vibe. I'm talking war. A personal war between the version of you that wastes time and the version of you that actually earns respect. Because let's be real, you already know what the old version of you gets. It gets the same boredom, the same regrets, the same late night scrolling and pretending everything's fine. That's a dead end. So here's the move. For the next 100 days, you build. Every single day. You cut out the distractions, you attack your weaknesses, you push into discomfort. And no, you don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to decide you're not going back to that lazy, distracted version of yourself ever again. And if you're thinking, yeah, but what if I quit halfway? Then that's exactly why I'm telling you not to do it alone. I built a space where guys are running the same challenge side by side. No one clowning you, no fake positivity, just people who are actually putting in the work. That's our Discord. Links in the description. You step in there, you'll find people who won't let you fall back into old habits. But here's the warning. Don't join just to lurk and waste time. That's not what this is. This is for people who are ready to turn the next 100 days into something they'll never forget. The clock starts now. In 100 days, you'll either be ahead of everyone you know, or you'll be exactly where you are right now, except the gap will be even bigger. Your choice. All right, so you're with me. You've accepted the challenge, 100 days, to become someone new, someone dangerous. But now comes the real question. How the hell do you do that? Because knowing you need to change is one thing. Actually, changing is the fight. Let me be real. This isn't about following some perfect morning routine you saw online or downloading a fancy app that promises success. It's about raw consistency and making tiny, brutal decisions every day that pile up into a mountain of results. Here's the game plan I've lived by and seen work for every single guy who's serious about leveling up. 1. Pick one area to dominate and focus. Like a laser, don't try to change everything at once. That's how you burn out. Instead, choose one thing. Maybe it's your fitness, maybe your mindset, maybe your skills, but pick one and make that your sacred mission. For me, it was building mental toughness. I was weak in discipline, lazy with my time. So I forced myself into daily cold showers and strict no phone hours. It sucked at first. It felt like torture. But every day I stuck to it. I was rewriting how my brain responds to discomfort. That's the power move. How you can start today. Write down one area in your life that's weakest. It's the one thing that, if fixed, would make everything else easier. Start small. 10 minutes of focused work, or a short workout, or reading one page. Then, build from there. 2. Build an unbreakable daily ritual. Routines are the muscle memory of success. When you build a ritual, it's something you do every single day without thinking. You remove the "if I feel like it" bullshit. For me, it was waking up and immediately making my bed, followed by writing down the one thing I must achieve that day. Simple. But it set the tone. It told my brain, we're serious now. Your move. Find one small habit you can lock in every day for the next 100 days. It could be drinking a glass of water first thing, or journaling for 5 minutes, or meditating, whatever. But make it so automatic you can't skip it without feeling weird. 3. Embrace the suck and track your progress. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. You've got to lean into the hard stuff. I remember the first time I forced myself to say no to friends and parties just to focus on a project. It felt lonely. It felt like I was missing out. But every time I felt that pain and kept going, I was building an edge nobody else had. Your step, write down what you're sacrificing for growth, and track your wins no matter how small. This will build momentum and keep you going when your brain wants to quit. 4. Remove the noise. Your phone, socials, toxic people. Look, I get it. We live in a world designed to distract you. Notifications, TikTok, endless feeds that make you scroll until your eyes bleed. This has to stop. One of the best habits I developed was carving out phone-free hours every day. It's not easy. It's a battle every single time you grab your phone and choose not to open apps that steal your focus. Your challenge: set a daily no-phone window. Start small, 30 minutes, then build to an hour. Notice how much mental space you gain. Also, be honest about who you spend time with. If your friends don't respect your grind, it's time to find new ones. 5. Use a support system that pushes you forward. No one makes it alone. I've been through dry patches where motivation was zero, and the only thing that kept me going was the guys in my circle who refused to let me quit. This is why I created our Discord community, a place where you're surrounded by people on the same journey, no bullshit, just grinding. Your next step: join a group, find an accountability buddy, or use this Discord. Don't try to be a lone wolf. It's the easiest way to fail. Look, I'm not going to lie. This 100-day mission is hard. You will want to quit. You will want to cheat. You will want to scroll Instagram just one more time. But every time you push through, every time you say no to laziness and yes to growth, you're building something that can't be taken away. I'm telling you this because I've seen too many guys waste their youth. You don't want to be that guy looking back and wondering what if. You want to be the one who went all in, who took control, who got dangerous. So, right now, make a choice. Lock this in. Tell yourself you're not quitting halfway. Because the version of you who finishes this challenge, that guy will look back and laugh at how scared he was to start. And remember, if you want to run this with guys who get it, who grind like you, check the link below for the Discord. This isn't a hype zone, it's a growth zone. This is your time, now go take it. Bro, if you're still here, it means you're serious. You didn't just click and scroll away like most do. You want change. And that's the hardest part, wanting it. Because so many guys think they want to change, but deep down, they're too scared to pay the price. Let me tell you what actually happens when you fully commit to this 100-day rise. I'm not talking about some quick fix or overnight glow up. This is a transformation so deep, it shakes your entire world. When you decide to show up every day, when you put in the work, even when you don't feel like it, your brain rewires. You stop being a victim of your own laziness and distractions. You start owning your time, your emotions, your results. Here's how it feels. You get control over your mind. Instead of your thoughts running wild with doubt and excuses, you start training yourself to focus, to grind, to push through. That voice that said, "I'm too tired," or "I'll do it later," gets quieter and quieter. You build a new identity. You stop thinking of yourself as someone who wastes time, who is stuck, who is average. You become that guy, the one who doesn't back down, who takes responsibility, who commands respect. You notice people start treating you differently. Friends, family, even strangers sense the shift. Confidence, discipline, and clarity show in your posture, your words, your actions. You're not trying to impress, you just are. You learn to love the grind. The hard days, the setbacks, the boredom, they don't scare you anymore. They're part of the process, part of the growth. You embrace them because you know every struggle is an investment in your future. I remember when I first hit this point. It was like a fog lifted. Before, I was stuck in cycles of distraction and excuses. But after a few months of real, consistent work, everything changed. I wasn't just chasing goals. I was becoming the man I always wanted to be. But here's the truth. This transformation won't happen if you quit when it gets uncomfortable. It won't happen if you half-ass the process. It's all or nothing. And guess what? You don't have to do it perfectly. You will mess up. You'll miss days. But what matters is that you get back up every single time. So here's the deal. If you're really committed, you need to double down on your accountability. Keep checking in with your progress. Keep connecting with people who push you, like those in our Discord community. That's where you'll find the fire when your own starts to flicker. Look, I'm not some motivational speaker throwing empty words at you. I'm a guy who's been where you are, stuck, distracted, frustrated, and I've clawed my way out by taking ownership and grinding harder than ever before. Now it's your turn. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop hoping things will magically get better. Start building your legacy today. Because 100 days from now, the version of you who made it through, he'll be unstoppable. You got this. Now go prove it. All right, brother. You made it this far. That means you're serious. You're not just some kid watching videos for entertainment. You're hungry for change. And I respect that. But listen closely, because this last part, it's where the game really starts. 100 days of grinding isn't the finish line. It's the launch pad. Because when you've committed to this process, when you've fought through the lazy days and pushed through the excuses, something inside you snaps. Not in a bad way. In a way that shakes your entire life awake. Here's the deal. The habits you build in these 100 days, they don't just disappear after the challenge. They become part of who you are. Discipline, focus, resilience, they're no longer foreign concepts, but your second nature. Your mindset changes from I hope to I will. From maybe someday to right now. You stop waiting for permission or a sign. You take what you want because you know you've earned it. You realize the people you used to hang with, maybe they're not on your level anymore. That's okay. Growth means sometimes you have to leave comfort behind. You begin to attract new energy. People who match your ambition, your hunger, your vision. That's how you level up your circle, your opportunities, your life. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Hell no, it's the hardest thing you'll do. But it's also the most worth it. Because in 100 days, if you actually show up, you won't be the same person who started this journey. You'll be sharper, stronger, more confident, and yeah, maybe even a little dangerous. Dangerous to your old doubts, your old habits, your old limits. But here's the final truth. None of that matters if you don't keep going. Because life will try to drag you back to the comfort zone. People will tell you to slow down, to stop changing so fast, or that you're losing yourself. Ignore it. You're not losing yourself. You're finding your real self. The one that's been waiting under all the distractions and excuses. And if you want to keep that fire burning, if you want to keep pushing, keep growing. You don't have to do it alone. That's why our Discord community exists. It's a place where guys like you and me keep each other accountable, share wins and setbacks, and push forward every day. The link's down in the description. Jump in, be part of something bigger than yourself. Because the truth is simple. You can't rise alone. But with the right mindset, the right habits, and the right people, you're unstoppable. So what's next? Start planning your next 100 days. Set bigger goals, dream bigger, and don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Remember, this isn't just about a challenge or a few months of effort. It's about rewriting your entire future. You've got everything it takes. You just have to decide, will you rise or will you stay where you are? The choice is yours. I'm rooting for you always. Let's get it.